Whilst modern Canada is celebrating its 150th birthday, people have been here for thousands of years. The First Nations people called this place Abikwait. Now, that translates to roughly cradle on the water, and it all related to their belief that the Great Spirit had laid a big pan in a crescent shape of clay over the top of the water. As it mixed with the water turned pink. And it's a description of the island and the surrounding waters. It is absolutely beautiful. But of course, it's got so much going for it, so many stories to tell. Let's have a look around.
Prince Edward Island is famous for a lot of things, but its food is world class, and a lot of it has to do with that unique red soil. The pink and golden sand beaches are truly beautiful, but the waters around the island also hold an abundance of the best seafood, so eating here is an absolute pleasure. The capital of Prince Edward Island is Charlottetown, and apart from being a pretty colonial town, it's most famous for its role in creating modern Canada. The birthplace of Confederation here, it was back in 1864 that Ontario and Quebec, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia came together to agree to Confederation.
The thing was, Prince Edward Island wasn't that impressed with the deal being offered for Confederation, so they didn't join initially. In fact, it was a consideration at the time to join the United States of America until this guy came along. Sir John Macdonald, the first Prime Minister of Canada, came and talked them into becoming part of Canada, so they became their own province. Good job, John.
Of course, Prince Edward Island is famous for a lot more than just being the foundation for modern Canada. It's the home of one of the most famous literary characters of the 20th century, Anne of Green Gables. For many people, growing up reading the books written by Lucy Maud Montgomery, a local here who created one of the world's most popular characters back in 1908, is an absolute pleasure. A lot of people come here to visit the themed village that fictional character Anne lived in, and take a trip back in time to enjoy the village that Anne grew up in, which must be fairly similar in some ways to the life that author Lucy Maud Montgomery lived in. It's a lot of fun, and for many people, the prime purpose of visiting Prince Edward Island. One of the things that I love about this place is its charm and character. The nearby Provincial House, the place where Confederation was conceived, is a neoclassical form of architecture, and this place is considered a highly significant building in Canadian history, not just for its significance in the foundation of the country, but also because of its beautiful design and architecture.
Now, I've got to tell you, you will fall in love with Prince Edward Island. It is so beautiful. There's so much to see and do, and I recommend you come and stay for a few days if you can, if for nothing else, just to enjoy the amazing food they have here. But here's the thing. You know what? My favourite bit of the island has to be the architecture. The public houses, the private houses, they're so beautiful. You fall in love with it. Sadly, I can't stay for a few days because we're back on the ship for another adventure.